All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Much better volatility today. Holy smokes, yesterday was brutal. Now we got some range to work with. About time. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Morning, we got about 50 people in the house already. Good morning to YouTube. Hope everybody has a great day today. Let's see what we get today. So we had this huge sell off in the open. Let me get YouTube open here. I hit my profit target pre-market, which was nice. Let's see what we get today. Zane, good morning. I have a little bit of a different layout today. I'm going to keep the entire DOM out so you guys can see how I use it to scalp. You'll see my profit targets and stops and entries and all that kind of stuff. So I think that should help some of you. Try not to take up too much of the prime real estate. So I think I have it figured out pretty good here. But always open to change. Yeah, so far, so I got ES up right now. Let's see NQ. We got, another 100 points to monthly VWAP. I'm actually going to open up another.
The Richmond Fed Composite Index July report on the feed for those interested.
I'm actually going to lower this to. Let me get rid of this one. I don't need this. I don't like this anyway. All right. Okay. NQ. Gold. Big pullback on gold. Look at that. Wick. Oh, man. Got bought up too. Whoa. 60 tick. Bought up. My video is huge. Okay. Okay, got that. What I could do is this. Whoops. Move this over a little more. That's a little better. Okay, guys, let's talk about this market. So gold, real strong move. Real strong move. We have, let me put that here. From the start of this move at 7:30, it was a full 1% move, 375 ticks in gold. Price discovery breakout. We held IB for a little bit, broke above it. Now we're trading below it, but this is some serious volatility. And on the daily chart, this looks like it's experiencing a breakout from that 375 level, which is roughly been a resistance point for gold. ES here. All right, so this is all, ES held right here. Which is, well, you can't see that, can you? It's value area low. So you guys can see up to about, my candlesticks, all right. So let's see what we get. Looks like we got some buyers coming in here.
Germany's DAX is set for the biggest daily drop since early April, down around 1.55%.
DAX, biggest drop since April. Boom. It's a little scalpocitos. So hope everybody's been trading well so far this morning. I'm up at quite a bit on my take profit trader, 1,400 bucks, scalping this one, which is nice. Hit profit target at my top step ones. That's another 5-digit payout. So I'm going to take that. And it's been a huge July for me, guys. In spite of a couple really bad days. Yesterday was super boring, but I was really proud of myself for not getting caught up in the crazy, the chop and the low volatility, not ideal conditions. So that was good. So we held so far. I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute so we can see it in a little more detail. But price discovery continuation shorts have been the trade so far. Now we're going to be coming up to this 28 level. Let's drop ourselves I moved my tools and it's throwing me off. All right, so I kind of see this area on ES. It's our low volume area. Let's drop one on NQ here. Approaching upper band and 50% extension from yesterday. So this would be a price discovery short, but I think it's going to be more of a zone. Does look good on the volume profile so far, but we might get some excess price. So be careful with your short here, but we have this nice, so far a little bit of a rejection. Definitely got some sellers here. Scratch on that one. This is a bit of an inflection point, looks like. on now. It's trying. It's trying to go higher.
From the Telegraph here, Bank of England's Bailey warns UK's Chancellor Reeve against bonfires of red tape. So Bailey has warned Reeve against slashing red tape to boost growth, cautioning that looser regulation will increase the risk of a crisis. The Bank of England governor was asked by MPs today if he agreed with the Chancellor's recent claim that regulation is the boots on the neck of business. In response to that, he did say that I do not use those terms. There are areas where we clearly should look at revising regulations, but we cannot compromise on basic financial stability. That would be my overall message.
Beautiful. Venkat's how to avoid stop hunts. Well, my best advice on how to avoid a stop hunt is don't put your stops where everybody else does. Obvious swing highs and swing lows are where you're gonna get the stop hunts. So maybe wait for the stop hunt to happen and then get in. Thank you, Carlos. So that was a short, guys. Price discovery continuation short. A little bit of excess price. Happened nicer on ES than it happened on NQ. I'm trading ES right now. Or trade with no stop, says Mustafa. NQ is holding up. Dow is still on its way down, but at lower band. Russell is chopping around in the middle here. Point of control on ES. Looks like we got a little bit of support at point of control there. All right, this might be the return to value, guys, but we got to watch this zone up here. 31 and a quarter on ES. We're fighting with it right now on NQ. The low volume noted the distribution reformed at the bottom here. So I don't think it's going to leave that easily. But you never know. Anything could happen. Oh man, no trading on So ES, Gucci, I've been trying to move my markets around a little bit, guys. I traded gold pre-market, crushed it in my Top Step account. Now I'm trading ES. I think you guys would only benefit from learning multiple markets. because sometimes it doesn't like to behave. So let's see here. Got some sellers here. Pushing through. All right, we're coming up to my area here. Gonna hit it with a little more size here. You guys doing out on YouTube? Zane loves stop runs. Come get my entry, he says. Hey, LJ Biz, how you doing this morning? All right, I just racked up some nice winning trades there for a second, so I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit. Usually when I have a bunch of winners in a row, I kind of, I get a little detached from what's happening, and then I take a big loss. So I just need to take a minute.
Chancellor Reeves says, I'm ready for some fights to get planning reforms through.
Thinking in terms of market maker is crucial. They build their bags using stops, and when they are fully packed, they reverse it hard after cleaning the opposite. Yep, clear out the order book. All right, this could be, So what's the problem with the bands now, guys? Pop quiz. Distribution, right? We got the bands right in the middle of a distribution. More so on ES, but also on NQ. So this could be a volume shelf return to value. We will see. It's not looking as good on ES. Oh, man, come on. Vavoom. at that P&L, guys. Can you see that? $2,100 after commissions. You guys watching this Dom scalping? No, this is take profit trader. Everybody's been asking about it, so I wanted to show it, demonstrate it more. Great, Jay Scott. Awesome. Look a bit weak here. So far, this is a nice little chop zone. Zoom. All right. ES is a lot friendlier for Dom scapping than NQ. You can get caught off sides real easy with NQ. It moves a little too fast. I can do it, but it's not. It's a lot harder. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah, little base hits, man. Just capturing the spread, working the bid, working the offer. Looks like it could be a little lower. This could be the next leg down, guys. I'd be watching out if you're long. Come on. A lot slower now. I'm gonna bail on that one.
UK Chancellor Rees says we like more fiscal headroom, but it comes at a cost.
Trying to get this return to value. Might have it now. I do have a distribution right in the middle. That is a major problem. Nice. All right, boys and girls. Should have held that one. Is this the return to value? Next stop, VWAP. We got to get out of this distribution first. Till we break 331, start trading well into the 30s on ES. We're working on it nice in NQ. Once we get above 200, I think next stop is going to be VWAP for the return to value trade. Like we might get another push higher here. Well, it's been a good morning for me. Has it been a good morning for you? So I'll be watching for the VWAP bounce. ES is getting close to it. We're only about 3 points away. Junior Chat Boy, these are all based on the principles of the VWAP wave system, right? So we have our setup locations, but if we hold at lower band, we can scalp all the way up to VWAP. If VWAP holds, we can expect to scalp the way back down to lower band. If we break lower band and hold, we can scalp in price discovery short. It's based on the principles from the VWAP wave course setup guide.
So ahead of the meeting with the Philippine president, just to give some background to the nation's export details to the US. The Philippines' top exports to the US is electronic products, which account for 52.8% of total exports in May 2025. Other significant exports include other manufactured goods, such as gold, machinery, and transport equipment.
All right, here comes the VWAP. I think it touched it on my Ninja Trader. Come on. This is it touching it on trading view. Ah. Gonna have to bail. All right, I got my stop in there. Oh, stop me out. To the tick. That sucked. Go long now. Took the L on that one, but still up. I don't know. Damn it. $1,000. Gave about half my profits. Two size too big on the VWAP bounce. Too early, too. All right, we'll keep going. Damn, man. Did come to lower band on the week there. And I bungled that, huh? Let's see if we could hold up here at monthly upper band. I'll go big on this one, see what happens.
Spot gold rising nearly 1% to around $3,427.48 an ounce. According to calculations, Russia's oil and gas revenue are set to fall by 37% year-on-year to around 680 billion rubles.
Let's go. Yes, sir. All right, we brought it all back. See if I can hold a little bit of a runner now this time through another break of VWAP and hold, hopefully. Otherwise, this thing can go all the way back down. You know, this is kind of a natural profit taking point, isn't it? Here back at VWAP. ES is only down 0.14 and NQ is now only down half of a point. Russell's up half of a point. Close that. All right, I'm gonna wait for a good setup. Guys on YouTube, welcome to the stream. This is a record in the Discord, guys. We got 82 people live. 82 people in the Discord. We got 61 on YouTube. It's 140 people. I'm more impressed with the Discord, obviously. Discord's low latency, guys. Carlos asks, how many trades do I take on daily? All of them, a lot. I take a lot of trades. As a scalper, you tend to take a lot of trades. The VWAP is anchored to the futures session open, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I don't always wait an hour from the open. If you're a newer trader or inconsistent trader, I tend to recommend that you avoid the open. It's pretty advanced. You can get shaken out really easily. You could take too big of a loss. You know, it's fun when you hit a winner. You know, we all enjoy a quick big winner, but it could also do the complete opposite. It could take you out for the day within minutes. Lafta, thank you for your stream. Gauge Stuff and Strategy. Appreciate it, man. If you guys haven't gotten the book, VWAP Wave System on Amazon, hard copy is real nice. Talks about the whole strategy. everything you need to know to get started. Premium Discord helps a lot too. A lot of group coaching sessions, live group coaching. Great community in there of committed and dedicated traders. All right, progress is progress. Visual. This is it's a marathon, not a sprint. Copper's doing some interesting stuff too. Natural gas down 3%. Oil's down 1.5 points. Gold reclaimed those highs. Damn, look at that. Who's trading gold today? Beautiful price discovery continuation in gold. Big moves. On the daily, it's clearly breaking out from a channel it's been in since, late June. So that's why it's running so much today. This didn't play out perfectly, but it played out. All right, I think I'm going to log out of my take profit trader. Good profits in there for today. We'll go to this. I have a question. With a 25K account, which all in all gives you $1,500 a drawdown, how many micros do you feel would be overkill to use? Because I'm aware the bigger account size gives you more room. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think so much on, a specific number of micros to trade with. I would think about how much you're willing to lose on any one trade. And then based on the chart, how big of a stop loss do you need? And then you size from there. So you kind of work backwards. How much am I willing to lose on a trade? Let's say it's 250 bucks, right? And I need a 5-point stop. So based on that math, how many micros should you be taking to have a 5-point stop and only lose $250? That's how you do it. All right, let me pull this up. We're going to do this on Project X now. Oops. There we go.
So keep in mind, in 10 minutes' time now, at the top of the hour, Trump is due to be greeting the Philippine president at the White House.
All right, guys, this is going to be for demonstration purposes only. I'm done trading for the day. I've had a really good morning, but I'm going to continue trading in this practice account to further demonstrate trades for today. There we go. Okay. It kind of looks like Yukidi asks, will I make money if I follow your trading? Well, I don't think you're going to be able to follow my exact trades. I think you have the potential to make money if you learn this system and you stick to it and you practice and you get good at it. Then I think you will be able to possibly make money. There are zero guarantees. Your trading results are your own, regardless of whether you trade with me or you trade with somebody else. And I'm pretty sure anybody will tell you the same exact thing. And if they don't, I would be very, very cautious of who I'm dealing with. Well, I have a published book on Amazon. There's a link right above. I have a Discord. There's a free version and a premium version based on, your budget and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people just stick with the free, and that's absolutely fine. Some people have a little more money that they're willing to invest to help themselves learn a little faster with a little more attention. That's great too. But I provide both. I try to make it accessible for anybody who wants to learn. Just the level of attention you're going to get and the level of depth you're going to get is going to differ.
So we're just over 5 minutes away from the top of the hour where Trump is due to greet the Philippine president at the White House.
Jody, how did you get that one place to return your money?
Interested, just in case.
What one place?
Questions there.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
We're noting the dollar here extending losses. It's down at the Dixie, that is, down around 0.3% at the moment.
Gold approaching highs again, guys. This thing could keep running. That last move looked big until it made the second move, right? Oh, Jody, no, that was my risk capital. So I brought risk capital to a prop firm. It was $5,000 and I get leverage on it. And if I lose money, I don't lose their money. I lose my money, even though they gave me leverage and they give me the ability to day trade stocks with only $5,000. You need $25,000 to day trade stocks. When I left, I got some of my risk money back. Probably, I don't remember exactly, but I came in with 5. I think I left with like $2,500 or $3,000, something like that, which is actually not bad. I don't think it was bad, but Oro gave the bags. Hey, Jack, I do both. You'll see both on the stream. I make a lot of money scalping, Jack, but not everybody's geared towards it. So if you're somebody who wants to trade a little longer, that's great too. You're going to find both in this room. You don't have to trade exactly how I do. The system stays the same. The principles stay the same. How you execute may differ. And sometimes I'll let it run too, Jack. Or I'll try and keep a runner. But, we're at the top side of value here on the session, on the regular trading hours. So yeah, Oxford, I think Australia, Amazon's pretty fast. Yeah, I would say, Jack, half the members here really are interested in, holding for longer hold times. And even so, day traders, some of these trades don't last longer than 20, 30 minutes before they reverse and you'll wind up giving up a lot of your, and we talk about this a lot. You should look at, what was it, Sunday's Q&A and the recorded sessions, Jack. You'll find that in the premium Discord, recorded sessions, Friday's Q&A. That was my head topic. So I encourage you to watch that. Actually, I'll put it in the Discord for you. What was this one? This was Sunday's Q&A. I talked a lot about trading level to level. Price rarely goes in a straight line. You could have caught 5 points, 7 points on ES. You could have caught 40 to 60 points on NQ, but in hindsight, oh, I should have held it, right? But half the time it just reverses on you anyway. Most of the time. Price is designed to do business, and it does business by going up and down. It doesn't do, so while our memory loves to remind the times where it goes straight up and straight down, 80% of the time it's just going trading from level to level. So, but yeah, you can absolutely hold off, trade longer holds. You're going to find plenty of members that do that here and they're successful. The Discord link, if you download Yukiti, that VWAPWave.com, download the VWAP setup guide. You're going to want that. It's a free PDF, and then you'll get a link to the free Discord. So I just posted that link above, VWAPWave.com.
The US had to sell $95 billion in forward bills on July 24th to settle on July 29th.
Come on. Zalos, I would say to do Dom scalping, you need to have really solid hand-to-eye coordination. So if you're really good on computers, you play video games, you're good at video games, that's usually an indication that you could be a pretty good Dom scalper. If you're not very fast on the computer and you're a little slower reaction time, not very good at video games, Dom scalping probably is not going to be your thing. They tend to go hand in hand. If you don't know, then it's worth practicing, in my opinion. All right, so the problem with going long here, even though we're on above VWAP on ES, is that we're at value area high. Yes. Said, can you delete that low volume node you drew like an hour ago? All right, so let's draw new ones. All right, we got one right here. And we got one right here. Is there a specific paid plan or no? Yeah, pro gamer Zalos. Then you might be awesome at Dom scalping. It's chopping around VWAP on ES. So we've crossed it 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 times. Yeah, Dom scalping when it's chopping is crazy. Also, if we're trending, you get in, say we're going up, you get in on the bids and get out on the ask. Right? So if we're directional, you can Dom scalp too. It's just different. It's a little bit of a different strategy here. See that one, guys? Nailed that one. Up 222, 221. Just little base hits, guys. It adds up. Adds up. Don't need big to take big profits. You just take more trades. You're welcome, Yukidi. Yukidi? Yukedi. I don't know. One of those. I'd like to get a little higher for the scalp short, even though this does look like an uptrend, doesn't it? Looks like a flat top breakout in the making. So maybe I won't. Was the scalp short I was looking for? Nice. Fade value are extreme short off the low volume node. Back to VWAP. This area might take over the old point of control that we put down at 327. Well, I think it depends on the volatility, Christian. I keep pretty tight stops because I can always reposition or get back in. If you see me going really deep red, it's because I got caught off sides and I'm kind of freezing a little bit. That happens too. I just took a big loss earlier. I was able to get out of that one before it turned on me. Would have wound up being a winner, but whatever. I'd like to welcome all the new members to the group. We got the community's growing really nicely. A lot of great professional members here. Yeah, I think what you'll find, Christian, too, is there's a lot of discretion in this system and in our trading. And not only that, but I believe that's our edge as traders in these markets. I believe, people that are really mechanical with their systems don't tend to do well. I don't see them doing all that well. Too rigid. Market conditions are too change too often, too quickly to be too rigid with things like stop losses, take profits. Back below VWAP. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth time we've crossed VWAP. Uh-oh. A little spooked there. Does look like she wants to break, doesn't she? Doesn't she? So we have this low volume node down here at 330. Could be an interesting spot. Kevin Sue, I use Financial Juice. Check this out. Okay, we're about there. Let's see if I can work a bid here. Nice. Worked out well. Maybe a little lower. $425, guys. Just a couple of contracts at a time. Yes. And this is really nice on Project X, guys, because the round trips are so cheap. It's like $2 and change. Top Step, take profit trader is so much harder. It's $5 around. It's almost double what I pay on Project X with Top Step. It's crazy. Well, would you look at where we went down to and bounced? Weird. It's almost like we knew that level would be an inflection point. It's almost like we knew that. Steven hit his profit target for today. 83% win rate with 36 trades. Trading my old scalping again instead of going for more points. Very happy. Same experience. Don't change what ain't broke, Steven. Profit taking on gold soon. Yeah, looks like we're forming a distribution up here. We're at point of control. Don't know if you said it, but what made you trade ES today? So I wanted to show Dom scalping today, Corey, and I'm way better at it on thicker, slower markets than I am on NQ. I get caught off sides real easily on NQ with size, and I can it can bite me real bad. ES is a little more manageable. Actually, it's a lot more manageable. How do you change the contract amount for an order that's already on the DOM? I right click and left click, right? So, right? So there's one here. If I click again, it adds 2, 3, 4, 5. So, right? Same thing. You know, if I'm above it, I want to do a sell order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I want to put in a stop, oops. Well, that worked. A buy stop, you right click. So I have a stop market buy here. $600. Well, the fills. So, Junior Chat Boy, it doesn't matter whether your order is on the DOM or on the chart. It's the same, exact same. If you put it on the chart, you're going to see it on your DOM. Or if you put it on the DOM, it still comes on your chart. They're one and the same. I think Black Ice, for doing it this way, yes, it's harder. The 15-30 minute or follow the. Are we talking about NQ, Evie? I mean, we're already close to VWAP. We're going to return to value area. You mean on the longer term VWAPs? It's hard to say. We're in between lower band and upper band. We're kind of like in no man's land right now. We've pierced into it. We're holding above upper band. It's indecision. And we're at VWAP on the intraday. So this is not clear, right? And we don't always have a clear picture. So it's hard to say here. All of our tools say different things. So we're at session VWAP. We've been chopping around it for the last hour. We're essentially chopping between lower band on the weekly and upper band on the monthly. We're at point of control on the session volume profile. So major indecision here. Great for scalping, guys. This is VWAP point of control scalping conditions right here. Perfect. Advanced playbook, module 5 in the course. So Alexis, I don't look at MNQ for cumulative delta. Even if you're trading an MNQ, you're going to want to look at the delta on NQ because that's the real contract. That has the real money behind it. MNQ just follows NQ. And I wouldn't put too much weight into a divergence when we're chopping around VWAP like this. Or ES is chopping around VWAP. But, you know, we've been at point of control on NQ. This looks short to me, guys. Based on the profile in NQ, it looks bearish. Could I be 100% wrong? Yes. But that's just based on my initial, you know, what it looks like to me right now is it looks like a short. Looks like they're capping it off at 220. Now, if we break above that, we got VWAP and then, you know, so there's quite a few things in the sense. Yeah, Russell looks good, Zane. Price discovery continuation. Long. Or chop. Nice. All right, guys, about 30 minutes left on the stream. Things have really slowed down.
So Trump is now outside the White House on the live video, about to greet the Philippine president. Trump on the Philippines says, I think we'll get a trade deal. So Trump and the Philippine president now gone inside the White House. Keep in mind they are due to have a bilateral meeting now as well.
All right, let's see the performance stats. $715, 70% win rate. Average win, $31. Average loss, $16. So it's a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. How about that? Day profit factor, almost a 5. This is some fuego stuff, guys. Out of 41 trades, average trade duration is 39 seconds. All right, Steven, enjoy the pool. I'm going to be doing that myself in a little bit. This is Top Step, yes. Crossing VWAP for the umpteenth time on a yes. See if we can get some excess price in the other direction now. $37.50. $750, guys. Just scalping a couple of ticks at a time. What do you guys think about that? What are your thoughts?
We've got White House official. The White House visit to Fed headquarters planned for Thursday.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill, Corey. It's not for everybody. And it's okay if it's not for you. It's not a requirement, but some people absolutely love it and some people find a lot of consistency with it. Also with scalps, you tend to be a little more vigilant with your stops, which is why you need to trade a market that's a little slower. That's why ES is a little better. No, I don't only scalp. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, my longest trades last like 5 minutes. So, yeah. If you want to, it depends on what you define as a scalp, I guess. That one took me out.
So Apple are likely to gain EU antitrust approval for App Store.
These are not micros, these are minis.
EU approval of App Store changes will help Apple stave off daily fines, according to the sources. The EU decision is expected in the coming weeks.
I'm using like, 1 to 4. On my top step, I had 15 at one point.
6%.
I mean, my take profit trader. I had a lot. We're right back at point of control on the session. And Q's trying to break through VWAP. Starting to look more bullish. like the bigger sell-off, doesn't it?
Trump has started speaking in the Oval Office now.
Man, that one caught me.
So the AP video we have on the feed already has now gone to...
That's what I get for buying, expecting.
...with Trump and the Philippine president. Trump on the Philippines says, we're close to a trade deal. We have fantastic military relations.
Big rejection there. Let's see if I can make it all back in one little.
The Lockheed shares are extending their drop to 9.2%. That's down the most since 2021.
I get 750. Patel, yeah, I mean, I'll try to fade it's like the VWAP wave system, right? If you're not familiar with the system, you should get familiar with the system, but we fade value or extremes, or, we trade in the direction of the principles of the VWAP wave system. So if we're in a distribution, we break below point of control in VWAP, we can expect to go to the bottom side of value. If value holds on the downside, we can expect a return to the point of control. If we can break through point of control, we'll go to the opposite side of value. Right? All the scalping is based on those principles and setup locations. That's all it is. It's not magic. Yeah, the DOM is powerful, Jack. Really lets you get dialed in on the price action. Yeah, I mean, there's room for error, Bryce. I like to average in, so I can capitalize on the, looks like we're bouncing a little bit here.
Trump on power says he's going to be
More
out
continuation to the upside here. Quick scalps, man. With minis, you get a couple $100 a scalp. $800 right there.
Trump on power resigning says he's got to be out in 8 months. And Trump on power says the economy is strong. Trump on power says he keeps rates too high.
Keeps rates too high.
And says interest rates are causing problems for home buyers.
The Trump.
Trump says Powell has rates high, probably for political reasons.
All right, looks like we might try and edge a little lower here, guys. But we have to break this low volume node, which we've been trading in between this distribution here for essentially the last hour and 15 minutes.
Trump on Powell says we should be at 1%.
Right, this distribution right there.
Interest rates. And Treasury Secretary Bessent on the Fed says they should stay in their lane. Bessent adds the Fed should be cutting rates now.
Back up we go. So guys, I don't see much outside of these levels right now. Us rotating around point of control and the VWAP
Rates should be 3 points.
and this high volume, these low volume nodes on both sides of the range. That's all we got. If you're seeing anything beyond that, you're missing the trees here.
Trump says is Xi meeting in China in the not too distant future. So again, Trump says China's President Xi and I are meeting in China in the not too distant future.
Shall we try it on gold? It's much thinner. I got one. Got two.
Trump says I don't mind if the Philippines get along with China. Trump says magnets are coming out of China very well. And Trump says getting along with China very well.
Scalping gold now. Filled on one. Ba-boom. Just scalping gold now. Up $1,000. Gold is also, it's a lot thinner, so it's a little trickier. All right, Jody. Peace out, man. What if your power goes out and you don't have a stop? Well, then I hop on my phone real quick. I have a battery backup, and then I can connect my computer to the Wi-Fi on my phone. So I have redundancy lines set up. Correct, Bryce. So, and I talked about this on group coaching on Sunday as well. And what we have right now is a point of control. This is out of the advanced playbook. So don't forget, there's the 4 course setups, and then there's the advanced playbook if you've been through the course. Why doesn't the gold respect the VWAP and it is outside of it? Doesn't always have to, price doesn't have to respect anything. It does what it wants. If it didn't break or respect VWAP, it would never go up or down, right? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh man, Chuck, no entertainment, no tradertainment from Chuck today. All right, guys, we're headed into the last 10 minutes here of the stream. I'm happy to take any questions. Actually, the last 5 minutes of the stream. So if anybody's got questions, happy to take them for the next couple of minutes. I'm done trading for the day. Close out of that. Chuck, you have so many fans. Be the Drysdale Trading Group with Chuck as like a subtitle. All right, guys, if you continue to go through the course, if you haven't gone through the course, definitely go through the course. If you haven't gone through all the YouTube videos, go through all the YouTube videos. They're all in the Discord, in the video courses section of the Discord, the premium Discord. Yeah, Jody, it's I can. It's there's not that much to it. I wish there was. You know, it's just essentially the two types. You're either taking the setup locations or you're trading based in the direction based on the principles of the VWAP Wave system. So I could probably do something a little quick. I don't know how detailed it's going to be, but I could certainly put something together. I'll put that on my list for this weekend. All right, guys. And if you have any questions, tag me in the Discord. I'm around. If you need help or have any questions, I'm going to have lunch, work on some content. Everybody have a great day. If you're going to continue trading, stay sharp, manage your risk. And if you're going to continue trading, why don't you head on over to the Trader Lounge, which is included in the premium membership. You guys can collaborate with your other traders. You can share your screens. You can use your mics. And it's a great collaborative environment for anybody that's looking to keep trading. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay in the live trading room. So head on over to the Trading Lounge if you're going to keep on trading. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day, everybody.